So last week and the week before that, I published 2 videos where I share 5 things that helped me and helped Michael Toma get successful in trading. This week, we continue on this again with Alejandro, who was a trader in my team, a full-time algo trader, and you'll hear what got him successful. If you've not watched the other 2 videos and you want to see them afterward, I'll leave them linked below so you can check them out. In total, you'll get 15 techniques that help us become successful in trading and stay profitable long-term. We thought it'd be cool to share those to our students privately, and ask for a link on YouTube so you can learn from them too. So we'll go right into what got Daniel successful in trading. What are some things that help him to manage a fund, become successful with his algos, but it can apply really well to trading in general. So let's dive right in.
Today we're going to be talking about, the 5 things that change our trading careers. So start with me. These are not in any particular order, so they are not ranked like from worst to best in terms of the 5 things. Once it's just there were 5 things, you have to arrange them in a certain way. So you just randomly arrange. So don't try to pick too much into the order. Just try to see what applies to you and use them. So let's get started with the thing that I am known for here at How to Trade, which is algorithmic trading. So one of the things that changed my trading in a really meaningful way was transitioning from managing trades, from being a discretionary trader into being an algorithmic trader and starting to focusing on the bigger picture of the algos and focusing more about the numbers, statistics that, like the time getting with the backtest, the forward and the live trading of the algos, instead of being, trade by trade basis with discretionary, which also went into sometimes, going really, really close into being on the trade by trade basis instead of looking at the big picture. Then the next thing that we have today is learn the value of coding through my enterprise. So throughout the years after I started coding, I then coded strategies for other people. And with that, I learned a lot of things that I would have not learned if I hadn't been able to do strategies for other people and try different strategies. Because in those discussions with other people and seeing what other people were doing that worked for them and how going through that process of how can we translate whatever you are doing as a trader into an algo as much as possible, help me into expanding my trading framework and my skills. So that had a really big impact, not necessarily immediately, but in the development of things. If we put concretely into things that came from that, were building blocks for things such as the advanced filters and in the algos that we use and the automated support instance areas. They came from ideas that derive from doing things for others in a sense through the coding. The next one that was really important at the earlier part of my development was to go to trader meetups. And I didn't exactly meet Etienne in a trader meetup, though we started collaborating after we met in a trader meetup in person in that sense. But in the trader meetup, it helped me a lot to see other traders, talk to them, and get out of that shell and make the trading a lot more structured and not just being in my own world with internet or with a small forum community, but meeting real people that helps you drive that part. And in that same meetup, that was the day we spent in the meetup, and then after that, where the collaboration with Etienne started to develop into a coaching relationship in which we are all now a part of the How to Trade with as a group. The next thing that was that changed my trading and that helped me a lot in different aspects was applying different styles to the market. So this is a derivative from the meetup too, but it was one of the key things that I took out from there, seeing how different people were being successful at different levels from different strategies, using some more esoteric things such as Elliott waves, so much technical analysis, and some people that were maybe a bit longer time frame, but just using pure fundamentals to trade, and seeing how many things work and they all work differently. They have different characteristics. So understanding that different styles of trading, different methods of trading work for different markets and for different peoples. But one thing was key in all of them is that they all had a clear structure and clear process of what they were doing. No matter what they were trading, even if they were doing more sentiment, more scalping, or if they were much more indicator based, they all had a structure into what they were doing. So that was one of the things that, like I don't say that you should only trade this way or you should only trade this other way and there are types of tradings are bad. I know that they all have their place as long as they have proper structure and that you can test them. So that was one of the big things that helped in my development, trade development in really, really big way. And the last one we have here in the top 5 was learning to apply discretionary concepts in a systematic way. I originally came from a price action trader perspective, from a price action trader education from the first course, from the first mentor I had. And that was price action is traditionally a much less structured approach in the sense of it has a structure, you have certain characteristics, but it's really discretionary. You can have different people looking at the same charts and they can take you and they say that they have different structures, different characteristics in the markets. Besides just the pure candlesticks, when more complex price action concepts, they tend to be a lot more complex to define. And in there we had a couple of members which were trying to, like mention, okay, I define a trend after certain characteristics, certain type of movement up and down based on the highs and lows and other things in which they were trying to, rationalize that into their way. But as I transitioned into algo trading, as I was focusing more on the numbers and on the structures, I was trying to look at the ways in which how can we add human discretion into strategies that I am doing in algos. And that's how I started applying discretionary trading concepts, trying to market context and find ways to translate them into a framework that work for the algos, meaning translate them into a framework that makes them systematized, parameterized, so they can be used. As again, an example of this, the building blocks came from ideas and from things that I worked with for clients, but the whole thing got together because I was doing the application of different concepts, such as support resistance areas, the automated ones, as well as the market context, volatility, market trend and noise filtering, which are concepts that we hear all the time for discretionary traders and for price action traders, but rarely we see them into this is exactly how you define noise. This is exactly how you define market, a volatile market and non-volatile market in a more mathematic, systematic way. So those things were really, really important for my development. And one last thing, which is what we're doing together today, it's simply I became a coach. Becoming a coach and teaching you guys, helping other traders helped a lot in the process of not just being able to learn some new things from other members that are doing something different to me, but also condensing the knowledge that I have and expressing it to other people and helping other people understand the concepts and understand what I am doing and how to improve in their own, helped me a lot into condense that knowledge that I had and not just internalize it and rationalize it myself, but also being able to externalize it, and that solidified several things in my trading a lot more. It also sometimes forces you to do some practice that otherwise, since you are already at a good level, you may not do. So it has helped with several things in that part of development. And this also goes back to the meetups in which I found value on the meetups on getting a topic which I'm not too familiar with, and then having the responsibility of teaching that to the meetup group. So simply, it's similar in the coaching aspect. You get things, you have things you are expert on and things that you are not so good on, and they all get better by trying to express them to the people you're coaching and trying to help the others.
Alright, so I hope you got some value out of this video here. Hope that was useful for you as always. Again, with those 2 videos linked below, you got 15 lessons you can learn from and you can apply to your own trading, of course. If you want to see how we can help you with your own trading and get the results you want this year or next year towards scaling up and becoming more profitable, check out the link below. I've put details on how you can work with us, how we can help you to achieve certain outcomes with your trading. Again, the links will be here in the corners. Check out the next video. Watch this one next where you learn about Michael Toma and what get him successful with his trading toward managing your fund worth over $4 million. And I'll catch you back here in the next video pretty soon. Ciao.